Right. I'm gonna be honest, I originally had planned on coming home and going to bed, but fuck it, let's grind. That is a terrible fucking ring. Ooh, let's do this expedition logbook, because why not? Another rarity one. I swear to God, dude, we're cooking on the rarity side. These are all rarity or quantity tablets. Uh, you know what? We might be able to sell that. Crazy, we haven't sold anything. Like this. The fact that we haven't sold this. The other tiara was more unique, but that's what's crazy. You can't guarantee the elemental damage with attacks, and that's a pretty huge boost to damage. I wish I could show you, but I don't have enough strength to use that one. I need 430 and I'm at like 360. Yeah, 358. So I can't do it. I don't know if I like having my camera in the bottom right. It kind of gets in the way of seeing part of my inventory. Might move this to the middle. That's a little bit better. I'm really curious how this is gonna roll when we get the currency to roll it. We also have another amulet. I said we have another amulet. How did I put it? Uh-oh. It's gone. Oh, here it is. We want to... Now, if you got an omen, like this one, that only removes suffixes, which is how much? 36 Exalt. And we have what? We have 57 Exalt and 3 Div. And I would put on the Greater Essence of Enhancement to get potentially 30% global defenses. So you would have increased evasion and energy shield and global evasion, which would give you evasion and energy shield again. And then we would take off either the rarity or the life regen and hope for either like prog skills or melee skills even for a monk, and then potentially all attributes or all res or something. So fuck it, let's roll it. I'm just addicted to crafting at this point. Make sure that's the right one. Suffix. Buy it. Prefix is open. 29%, one off perfect. Took the rarity. Then we'll hit it with... Is there anything else you could put on as a prefix? I don't think so. Amulet. Oh, that's right. So I think I want to full roll and then hit with this. We could desecrate too. I don't know what the possibilities of a desecration are for amulets. I haven't really done very many of them. I got max life on a prefix, but I think the suffixes are where the amulet ones actually shine, and I don't think we have a preserved, and they're kind of expensive if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what they are. Preserved collarbone. Oh, yeah, no. Well, see, because this is what we could do. We could actually buy, in theoretically, you could buy these perfect essences of the infinite, and you could just hit this amulet over and over again until you got lucky enough to just take off the suffix that isn't attributes and just get percent strength, dex, and int on the bottom of this. That could be insane. And I think that would arguably be better than a desecrated mod. Well, let's look. Let's look what... Let's get this. Let's get this Expedition John going. So we got runic markers, number of explosives, explosive placement range, increased remnants, quantity of artifact, number of explosives, explosive placement range, area contains increased remnants. So this one was always bearing a toll for the boss, but the boss is no longer in it. So I think we're going to go for it. It also has 40% increased remnants in this one, so. And that it has totems, which can give you that shit. Okay, so desecrated mods. You can get increased deflection rating on a prefix. Global defenses. Hey, yo. You can desecrate +1 to level of all skills. That would be the most ideal possible mod for a war cry, a seismic cry build. But, I mean, you're looking at, it's still unplayable. The build is still unplayable. So we need, I just want to search it because I swear to God we have to have some. We haven't used any of them. We've used one. You're telling me when we went through the whole campaign and tier 15 maps and we have one gnawed collarbone and that's it? And that's all we're ever gonna get? I guess the short answer is yes. Huh. Fair enough. But yeah, I actually do think we want to desecrate that. I'm curious though. Would you be able to get like a level to spell skills and then like a +1 to all skill levels and double dip that? That might be potentially too powerful. I think that would be a mistake if they, well, I guess don't listen to me, but I think that's just too much. Especially if you had like projectile skills and then level to all skills, because lightning arrow is just so fucking disgusting. It would just make it worse. Even though they don't need it, because it it clears so good without even having levels to skills. It's crazy. Okay, we got 24. So I think we're gonna start this way. We want that guy. Those purple daddies, those are ideal. We go as far as we can go while still hitting something. We want that currency. This might be the wrong. This may legitimately be the wrong way to take. And then the main thing I want to do is get as many currency ones as we can. And as many quantity and rarity from excavated chest. My dog is barking and is gonna wake my daughter up and I'm about to freak the fuck out. Swear to God if my daughter wakes up. I don't know if we're gonna be able to reach all the way down here. This might be dead. I guess we'll see. That's quantity of artifacts. We really don't give a fuck about that. Nah, we can't take that. We have to be very selective with these last ones. So we just have to open one of these. Okay, now that we know we can make it up there, we can kind of dig these out a little bit. We just got to make it. Nope. God damn it. The problem for me is that I have to maximize. I'm just never happy with just getting a decent layout. It has to be the best layout. Yeah, this is dead. I hate this. Because it's not going to reach that, is it? Alright. Oh, just reach it, dude. We can't. Alright, so we were trying to hit as many currency ones as possible, and then as many as many quantity and rarity of excavated chests as possible. That way, we get the most amount of currency coming out of them and the most rare things that we can get. So we're hoping, in theory, to get more splinters, because splinters drop from the chest, and we're hoping to get the most divines and currency we can get. So I'm hoping right here, a div. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you have to target the way we did, because you want it to specifically say quantity and rarity from excavated chests. So that's one div from a chest. And shit on the ground. Oh my god. Okay, there's like 30 splinters. Dude, that ground effect, bro, oh bruv. That's trash can. That's trash can. Trash can. Okay, so that's one div thus far. And then another thing to look for in here are boots. Once you do your second, maybe it's your third at this point. I don't know. It used to be they would all be item level 82 after you had your 4 points, but I think you only get 3 in this one. Super high armor for level 50 boots, but no movement speed. Wait, was that a split? If that was a split, we'll keep them. It was. Okay, so we can still hit something decent on there. Those are dead. Boots are always good. Gloves are always good to pick up in these, because you can high damage there. And just because you can roll high movement speed on these, because everything's item level 81. You would want 82 to get 35 movement speed, but we don't have our point yet. I'm hoping after this this run we'll have enough runic splinters to do it. Whoa, that shit is cooking us. That is different. And also, you want to prioritize those purple chests, like I was saying, that drop the rings, amulets, and belts. Pretty lucrative. Okay, here we have another currency, but it's not yellow. So I kind of figured that wasn't gonna give us a div. But if you can get a yellow one, that would be ideal. Two to melee skills, fire damage, fire res, dex. Does that mean we have a replacement? It doesn't have life leech, which sucks because we need at least one roll of life leech. Those gloves are actually kind of crazy though. It might actually be worth, if you have the time and you're not in a rush, it would be worth it to identify almost all of these items. Any of them could be potentially incredibly lucrative sale. That mana roll ruins that. I don't care. Roll that. Experience gained isn't terrible. Another rarity one. Oh my god, T1 fucking max energy shield with res. Decent. Decent. Dog shit. And we can come back and look at all those, but wow, this is getting brutal. We're definitely going to go back and look at those gloves, for sure. These are the most important things, other than the currency ones, because you have a chance at divs and shit here, too. What'd I say? That's 2 divs that run. 2 divs. And just like that, you're back in the game, baby. See? And we got a greater result out of that. And theoretically, we still have the underground play. People hate running these, but they're incredibly lucrative. Love Expedition. That's 40. Oh no, bro. We didn't put our fucking points in. We did it already. We just didn't put our points in. So we've been doing these expeditions. Been doing all these expeditions missing potential juice. Oh, that feels bad. I can't lie. That's something a rookie would do. Oh, that's a fucking upgrade and a half. That was that 2 T1s? Oh my god, those are almost perfect rolls. That's literally the exact one we needed, especially if we're gonna roll that blood mage. That's the one. The thing is, these are really good, but we kind of need something else. We need the God, I don't know why I can't think. I can't talk right now. We need the life leech. Life leech is mandatory for us on gloves or at least on a ring. And right now, seeing as we don't have a ring with it on there, we need it on our gloves. And our gloves are like legitimately fucking level what? 49 or something. Oh no. Okay, so I don't want to waste any more of our I can tell you this. Don't don't have any items in these tabs and then transfer over to merchant tabs because I lost a lot of good items that way. So many shields and helmets that were GG and they just are gone now. Never to be seen again. Decent rarity roll. Decent rarity roll. Eh. Decent. Super good. We're going to have to hope for percent energy shield on that, and then preferably I would think get global defenses like this one and put stats on the bottom. That's my plan anyways, is to put the stats on it. Oh, wait, that's a level 50. I'll give that to my buddy Bone. So he has a... Damn it. So Bone has a good one. A good flask. Put it in the guild stash. He did take the tiara too, I think. He didn't take the tiara? Oh, he did. Okay. Ooh. T1 roll. These don't have attack speed on them. We need very specific gloves, so it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard for us to find the gloves we need. But, that being said, it's not going to be impossible. But we can't craft them unless they come with the melee skills on it. We might... I don't even know if you would be able to do much with that. Nice. We're just going to do a quick once over for boots and gloves. Oh, and good chests. Those are low. Low. I'm not sure what we can do with that, but... See, the thing I don't like about essences now is there's no, like, normal to magic. You used to have normal to magic and then magic to rare with the greater. And I felt like that just made sense. Jesus. I don't know what these dogs are barking at, but ridiculous. Okay, so here's the thing. I believe if you're trying to get block chance, you don't want to go with a perfect because it's a low level mod. Okay, we rolled a tier 1 anyways. T1 stun threshold. Oh, that's already that. Okay, so we'll go with max life, maybe. I think we should have went with just rolling it. Okay. Shit. We should have put the... Are those are corrupted essences, right? Okay. So here's our chance. Here's our chance to show what we got. So we're gonna go to ritual. I mean, this probably isn't... Oh my god, dude, we're gonna take a serious chance at hitting that deflection off. But pressure bursts pipes, but it also makes diamonds, baby. So it's up to you. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want. But we're doing this. We're doing this for my guy. We're doing this for Jazzerus here. You would obviously rather have a much higher max life, but so now this is going to give us block chance on our shield. And it's going to remove a suffix, which I'm hoping it removes the stun threshold because it's a 50-50 shot. And then we can just roll and desecrate and be good. And there went our deflection. What are the odds of it hitting again? Reduced critical damage bonus. Okay, so now... Okay, 1 second. You can't gain deflection off of it. Armor also applies to chaos damage. Alright, we hit it with this. Lightning res. Damn it. So we wasted a little too much currency to do that, but that's like the general what you would do. I mean, that reduced critical damage bonus is crazy. My dog just barking. And it's the same thing on certain bases. If you're trying to get flat, like flat energy shield, things of that nature. If you look on Craft of Exile 2, you'll see what the modifier level is. Although I feel like it's ever changing because it told me that mana was a level 60, item level 60 modifier, and that was a lie because I used a perfect and it gave me, well, 118% delirious. You're out of your fucking mind. With double damage. Dude, that's only... And fires additional projectiles. You're out of your mind, bro. Oh, no. My max res gone. 2 elemental extra damages. Crit chance, crit damage, additional projectiles. Cursed with enfeeble. We have no choice. We have no choice but to val it and hope it changes a lot. Okay, it took the 2 damage mods off. This is still probably unrunnable, but I'm not a pussy. Death Scythe, my dude. What's up? What's up, big dog? So, 118% delirious map. We got 2 divs in our expedition logbook just by doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. We do what we do, and that's why we are who we are. And then we made this little amulet. And I have a plan for it. The plan is to hopefully find a collarbone to desecrate a suffix on and then roll it. And then we're going to hit it with percent attributes. If we hit off the desecration, then we're going to buy like 15 of these and just hit it until we get the entire bottom as percent dex strength int. But preferably we would get percent dex, percent int, and the desecration, because I don't know that people really give a fuck about strength if they're going evasion energy shield. But triple defensive stats, global defenses T1, T2 evasion percent, T2 energy shield percent. I have a feeling we should be dead in this map. I can't see us surviving. The first monster that crits us is killing us. When we run into Omni or a rare, it's over with. Oh, like that. I couldn't even pick that up. Yep. Alright, let's stop being stupid. Yep. 300% increased crit chance with 118% delirious probably was a dumb idea. We need this to stay 50, to go tier 16 hopefully. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna run it. I'm kind of low. Well, what maps do I have? I'm kind of low on maps. I think I only have 10 tier 15s. They're runnable though. If this goes tier 16, it's GG. All right. Well, it didn't. This is a +1 monster area level. We want to save that for a tier 16. Oh, this is a +1 monster area level 2. A 180% increased rarity of items found in the area. +1 monster area level. So what's going on with you, Death? Can nobody hear me? Chilling, killing. I like it. Dude, this is fucked. Dude, what is going on? What is this? What is this mod? What the fuck was that, bro? Dude, that damage was insane. Dude, that fucking ground effect needs nerfed. That ground effect needs removed from the fucking game. Do you see how fast our life goes down? Orb of Chance, nice. Damn. T2 Fire, T2 Fizz, Max Life on fucking evasion gloves, dude. If that rules melee skills, it would be dope, but also at the same time, it would suck because we don't want pure evasion gloves. But they would be perfect for us. Damn. Triple res on the bottom. Alright. Fizz accuracy split. That's brutal. Absolutely brutal. You could roll it if you wanted to, because you could potentially hit it with the essence to get flat fizz, and then hit it and get the percent, or even desecrate it for the percent reduced attack speed mod, which would essentially be the same. What the fuck is going on the... Oh, it's prevents recovery. Why is he not dying? Dude, shield ground absolutely fucking blows. Shield ground might be the worst modifier in the game. The thing is, I really don't want to do these rituals and die before finishing this map, because this map is cracked. I want to kill the boss. Oh, there's an omen in there. Top row, single digi. All right, we gotta empty this out. Now, something you should probably keep in mind is, again, picking up gloves, because gloves are something that not every stat on them has to be good for them to be useful. Well, we want a high-ish roll suffix. Could could have been good. That was close. I mean, that's a double tier 2 attack mod. We'll try 2 div for it. And on your flasks, I don't think there's too many rolls. So you like, if you put these on here, you're like guaranteed tier 1 or 2. I'm pretty sure, just by using the fucking greater daddies. Just by using a matter daddy. You throw a matter daddy on there and you're good to go. Again, would love to do the breach, but we have to wait. We want to complete the map. Because this map is juiced. Or we want to do our best to complete the map. I don't know why it is, but the spites in these delirious maps always hit like unreasonably hard. I don't know why we're getting so many tablets, bro. We just have the most tablets. And they're always rarity or quantity. Always. I'm actually not that worried about dying to this ritual. Now, if we get hit by the elemental weakness and we're sitting in that purple cloud and we get hit by a fucking meteor from across the screen, probably not going to be good. Oh, come on, you bitch. Oh, multiple breaches. Nice. See, I learned from my mistakes. Just because something valuable is on the ground, do not just run over and try and pick it up. Clear the mobs, look at the ground, As long as your health is okay, you will be okay. Make sure, because it's just like trying to finish a submission in jiu-jitsu. Make sure you get good position, get control of the situation first. Don't just blitz in and try and fucking get the finish. Make sure your affairs are in order. Whoa. Okay, this is it. This is where we get two corrupted omens. Okay, or not. That's fine though. He should bleed it. Oh shit. Yeah. I thought that curse was a fucking the blood coming down from the sky. I thought we were dead. Thought we were gonna get fucking wrecked by it. What the shit? Yo, what was that? That. I thought it was that. That's a keeper. That was a tier 4. How is that a tier? Or what, I don't remember what tier that was supposedly, but I know it's not good. I know that's tier garbage. Tier Garbino. There we go. Tier 1 roll, but chill out, dude, with the grunting and groaning and we're like okay, there's not a whole lot of like extra damage shit on here, so I think we could maybe be okay to do this one without like fearing for our lives. I think we'll start there. There. This okay, these ones are this is a kind of dangerous combination giving them all that extra attack speed. This might be stupid. Dude, where are the mobs? There's we hit so many things, you would have thought the pack size would have been fucking nutty. Dear Lord. The amount of chests we should guaranteedly, I would think, get us a logbook. I guess not. You bitch. I thought for sure that one at least would have been. Oh, to the projectile skills, nice. That's crazy, dude. I really expected more out of that. Wow. What is this? You know, and that's the thing. You just want to make sure you got the situation under control. See, we Gucci. I'm still looking into crafting quivers because I think with this season you can't really guarantee the mods of a quiver. So I made a post on my channel asking people to basically let me know what it is that they're trying to craft, and I will try and craft. I will tell you the best way to craft, especially if you can give me an exact of what you want. Like, this is what I want. I want a shield with XYZ, these mods. Okay, so all the T1s are 70 plus on quivers. Level to projectile skills is only eye level 41 though. So with suffixes, you're actually, your highest weight is dexed by far. You have a 1% chance of hitting projectile skills. That's already dead. And that's the thing. The quiver game is like nobody is really sure exactly how to make the best quivers. And that's where, well, I know how to make the best quiver by fucking chaosing the shit out of it until you hit a T1 mod that you want. And then trying to fracture that T1 mod and then rolling another one. But that's too expensive. We're not trying to do that. Oh. See what I said? If we get hit by that elemental weakness and then get hit inside that fucking smoke by one of those meteors, we're toast. And we almost were exactly that. We were almost see ya latered. Alright, so we have one more. I wanted to like these cryptic crowns more because they're a higher defensive base, but they're kind of shitty. Like the aesthetic of them is just not good in my opinion. I don't like the way they look, and that's like the most important part of your character. After the stats being good, your character fantasy is basically defined by if you look, feel, and play like the character you have in mind. And if I don't like the look of something, I will use a worse base just in order to get what I want. Oh. Okay, so these Volant Quivers might actually be meta. Okay. Okay, 2 to projectile skills, attack speed, damage with bow skills, fizz damage. Now, if we can desecrate that with increases and reductions of projectile speed also affect damage, then you're actually looking at making that Volant Quivers implicit, not only increasing your projectile speed, but it's making it into a damage implicit as well, making it an incredibly valuable implicit. Because not only does projectile speed mean that you're going to hit your target more often than you miss if you can your arrows quickly travel, but they'll be doing hella damn too. What's the thing that's alive? Where's the little burrow guy? At least that's my opinion. In my opinion, the Volant Quiver is going to be the one to use. Of course, if you're running a crit build, then you would, you would want crit, but Because the idea would be to get as much projectile speed as possible on the weapon, as much damage with bow skills as possible on the quiver, and have a weapon with just an incredibly high, like, actual DPS. It always hits mana at the end. Always. It never fails to hit mana. Alright. So, but like I said, we're looking at a belt. So you're gonna go with jewelry, and because belts are jewelry apparently. Look at prefixes. Armor is an eye level 80. Everything else 60, 65, 75. Maximum life is 65. So we want maximum life. So you wouldn't want to use a perfect because it puts a minimum level of 70. So that would rule out your ability to hit maximum life. We got armor, a T2 roll. Okay. On a belt, mandatory you put chaos res on it. So this is like one of your few places to try and actually pick up chaos res. Would have been nice if we could have got a little bit higher on that. Again, we don't have a fucking desecration. Fuck me. We only wanted to waste graders if we got a triple. Like a triple, triple res. That's nice. To the projectile skills. Just real quick, we're gonna go see what this desecrated mod turns out to be. I would like it to be increases and reductions to projectile speed, but if it's not a damage mod, we'll do just fine. Well, it's not. I mean, This is a very mid-tier. Nice. Appreciate you, Ron. What's going on, man? Got it sketched out, bro. Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear, baby. So, I I was wondering, while I got a couple of you guys in here, Death Scythe and Rum, or anybody that's listening, if you have an item that you're having trouble crafting and there's particular mods that you're trying to get, if you would go ahead and comment on this video or comment on the post on my YouTube. I made a post. I want to make a crafting video, and I want to go over the best ways to basically get the items that you want with the mods that you want. So that was the idea, was for me to just try and roll whatever it is people would rather see. And if you tell me what the mods are, I will try my very best to do the research for you and look into how exactly you can go about getting that done. And it you know, I'm just really into crafting, and it would just be nice. Oh shit. That, dude, this chilled ground is tough. Greater Chaos Orb, nice. Siren Scale Gloves, tiered. Fucking Dext. Trash can. So a high armor ornate plate. That shouldn't be too hard. That we should be able to take care of for you. So, are you familiar with the craft of Exile? If you go to the website Craft of Exile 2, it will show you all the modifiers you can get, what their tags are, and stuff like that. Well, that's good. That's good. So if if you're unfamiliar with it, that's perfect because then that gives me an opportunity to explain it to you in the video. Or you can look it up and Google it yourself, but I'm still going to be explaining it in the video for those of you who haven't used it and explaining what exactly those things are and why you need to pay attention to all the things that it lists, because it can be the difference between you hitting and you failing. So like, for example, right? Let's say just hypothetically, let's say you were trying to make an energy shield armor piece. So you would go to Craft of Exile, you would select body armors, and then you would select the base of whatever the stat requirement is. So in this case, int. Well, that's kind of a bad example. Let's use quivers for example. So like, if you were rolling a quiver and you had everything you wanted on it already, but there was one suffix left, and you're like, okay, well, what what exalted should I put on it? Should I put a regular, a greater, or a perfect? Now, if you're trying to get projectile skills on your quiver, 2 to projectile skills can happen at like item level 40 something. So if you use a greater, it will guarantee a modifier of 35 or higher. But if you use a perfect, it guarantees a modifier of 70 or higher. So by using a perfect, you eliminate the possibility of being able to hit that. Because it has to, well, I mean, you probably can hit it, but it's a lesser chance. Or And that's why they have all these modifier levels next to it. And you have to look at the weights. So if you put something on and the weight is like a 20% chance at that item level, then that's what you want to do. You want to go for whatever will get you a minimum item level as close to the item level that tier rolls at. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, we almost fucking died. With a goddamn Venture's Gamble right there. Almost Venture gambled with our life. Because it basically has to be a minimum of that item level in order to hit it. So, ooh, that's not good. So if you were rolling like a ring and the ring modifier that you want is like uh god damn it, why can't I think or talk right now? I'm so tired. But if you want flat damage mods, if the item level of the ring is above 77, because the attack modifiers on, like, for example, on rings, if you go on here, go to jewelry, go to rings, you look at prefixes, rarity on a prefix, a T1, is item level 81. So you add another modifier that's possible to roll if the item level is higher than that. For example, adds lightning is 75, physical 75, fire 75, cold 75. Now this is different from last season because last season it was 77 and mana, a top tier mana roll, was actually an item level 80 something. Why? Oh, the tiers changed. So there's 12 instead of 13, and for max life there's only 8 instead of 13. Well, But like I said, you can target specific things by doing them at specific levels. It doesn't always have, you don't always want it to be the highest possible level. But they did change a lot of these, so it makes it a lot more difficult than it was last league. Like for me, I would want a modifier of life leech. But if I use a perfect, I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that if life leech is item level, a modifier level 54, if you use a perfect, it's a minimum item level of modifier level of 70. So it should eliminate anything that is underneath those tiers. So you can't get a lower tier of resistance because its item level is this. So it should work the same way with the leech. It shouldn't be able to get it. So you would be ruining your ability to actually get the thing that you wanted. Now again, that doesn't necessarily. I'm assuming that's how it works. I've never seen it roll any other way. So that is how I know it to work. Fucking mana roll, dude. Oh, that's dog shit. I mean, I guess I'll put it up for sale for like 5 exalts because that's what I spent on it, but so if it was me, and I mean, I'll go over it more in depth in the video, but if it was me and I was looking for an ornate plate, I would go here, I would go to body armor, and then I would search damn. So they did put it in. See, these were not in, these right here, these empty suffix, empty prefixes, that I couldn't do those. This has changed. So this is different now on PlayStation. So now I need to figure out where flat armor is because it's changed. Increased armor, increased, okay, right here, flat armor. So you would want to go find I think it's like 260. Okay, yeah, so like two, like 250 or higher, god damn it, is a T1 or something. I want to say it's like 260 plus is a T1, but I could be wrong because armor's weird. I think it can roll up to like fucking 300. So I just want to, I want to hit equipment filter. Go just. This is the thing I hate about this. You can't fucking. Jesus, there we go. Oh my god, go up. So we would search for ornate plate. Oh my, it just removed this. And then armor local. And we're gonna go like, let's try 280. That gives us a guaranteed split. So that's too high. Let's go 260. Okay, 260 is a T1. And then we want to search by item rarity, magic. So right here, one exalt. Oh, this one's got high fire res. Also one exalt. Now, if you wanted to maximize this, there's the guaranteed way to get. There's the guaranteed way to get a pretty decent one, which is you could put this essence on and you could get 68 to 79%. So that would give you a T1 flat and like a T4 or T3%. Or if you go on the website, if you go on Craft to Exile and you look at body armors, with strength, and you look at the prefixes, if you notice, there are no prefixes to deal with resistances or ailments or anything of that variety. So the best way to do this would be to add your other resistance to it, make it rare, and then you would go to your shop. And again, this is if you're trying to like max out your fucking armor. This is like I'm prepared to spend a few div to make the best. What up, Seijen? What's going on, brother? Hope you're feeling a little bit better after a nap. Then you would go and you would get this omen. So while this item is active in your inventory, your next exalted orb will add a modifier of the same type as an existing modifier on the item. Then you would use this, which, while this item is active in your inventory, your next exalted orb will only add prefix modifiers. And if you want to get really fancy, you can put on the omen of greater exaltation. So it will do 2 modifiers. And then you could grab, because your flat armor is already on there, and your T1% armor is over level 70, and so is your split of flat and percent, and so is your split of percent and max life, you could then use a perfect. Oh, I guess this is only a minimum of level 50. But even still, the perfect would be the better way to do it. So then you grab one of these, which is like 2.5 div, I think, or 2.8 div. You could also just use a greater, because it's not, I mean, it's not a huge difference. But you run a risk of getting like a T5 or 4 instead of getting the guaranteed like T3. So to review, you would add your other resistance. You would now have 2 resistances. You would grab the omen that adds modifiers of the existing item, and the omen that your exalt will only add a prefix. Now, since there are no prefixes that deal with fire or lightning, it can only roll the modifier with similar prefixes. So, defenses. So you would get the percent, you would get the percent flat split, or you would get the percent life split. And that way, you could get 2 defensive modifiers guaranteed on your prefixes, bumping your defenses up. You would have 2 resistances guaranteed. And then you could desecrate it. And you could get another like cold plus chaos resistances, or hits have reduced critical hit chance against you, or reduced effects of curses, or things of that nature. Or you could just exalt it and pray to get something decent. If I had more currency, I would just roll this right now and show you. Oh yeah, 1x for this with a T1 flat and a T2 fire. Paid 1 exalt. But see, those are the things you have to do. You have to be ever present. Always looking. I'm hoping with any luck today I make some pretty good sales. Then I can just actually do the craft on video. This is a fucking insane amount of precursor tablets. I think I want to roll this now. I think that's what we're going to do. So this is my plan. We got the global defenses with double T2 evasion and energy shield. So we're going to desecrate this bad boy. And then we're going to we really don't. I mean, I guess I'll hit it with a grater, but we really don't care because I'm going to try and take this off if it doesn't land anything good. Okay, 32 strength isn't terrible. But now, just don't hit off the desecration. Okay, we got T1 strength with percent strength. But it took the desecration. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit another one. Oh, it won't let me do two. Oh, I was gonna try and get fucking int on there too. Okay. Oh, I want to desecrate it again with only suffix and try and hit that life regen. But let's just see. This should be like 50%. Okay, so we got 51% evasion, basically 50% energy shield, and then 34% of evasion and energy shield again. Insane. I really wish that would have hit fucking Dex or Int instead of Strength. Having Strength on there, kind of rough. But, I mean, if they need like 100 Strength, having plus 32 Strength, you know. It sucks that it didn't hit Dex, because if it hit Dex, that would have been huge. But alright, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Some time with my daughter. Everybody have a good day. I'm gonna, for once, after I spent some time with my daughter. You guys be good. Make sure if you have any questions about crafting or anything like that, uh, post on the post on my channel what it is that you want. If you could, Death, if you could post on that post and put like high armor resistance ornate plate so I remember, because I'll probably forget. That way I can make sure to put that in the video. Alright guys, we'll see you later. Appreciate y'all stopping out.